Well, I'm backstage with Nicky Wires, just done an hour-long conversation with Joe Wiley. I very much enjoyed looking back at the beginning of the Manics, Nicky. Well, first of all, it was a bit of a potted history, wasn't it? Was it good to kind of look back?
Yeah, it is. It's always nice. Sometimes you just get the feeling that people have heard it before, and you get a bit self-conscious because obviously we've been around so long, and there's just no one else who can kind of go through the last 20 years of making records like we do, really. I wish there were more bands of our generation I could relate to, but they've all had massive breaks or dips or whatever, and so you just become really self-conscious. It reminded me of all those university lectures in Swansea Uni that I didn't go to.
Even though you've talked a lot about how important, growing up and the way you went about getting the breakthroughs, I thought that sounded quite fresh today, and in the light of the music industry being quite a different place. But you were talking about the letters you wrote that had an effect on journalists.
Yeah, well, because we devoured the music papers so much, and not just that, just culture in generally, which we still do to this day, that we just thought that you could target certain journalists you thought you'd have a chance with that would be impressed by your kind of knowledge outside music, not just music, really, the way we looked and what we stood for. And because we knew we had songs like Motorcycle Endless in the can, even when we were 19. We couldn't yet fully realise them, but the music seemed the easier thing than actually getting noticed. It was pretty, it sounds like a foolishly romantic tale of 4 kids from the same comprehensive school in the valleys, it's something that never was done before, and therefore we had to be extremely dedicated to the cause.
And you befriending James because he had a patch, bless him.
I'm a kind-hearted soul.
You've just been out in Berlin recently recording. Enjoyed that city? Have you soaked up some influences from there?
It's a city I've been to many times, and one which I absolutely love. Actually went there last year as well, just to avoid the Jubilee. Just went to Berlin for a week to get away from the awfulness of it all. It's just, obviously we're doing one album which is very kind of in that domain of, Berlin period, Bowie and Iggy, so it was very fitting. And then we're doing one which is more pastoral and acoustic and soulful and a bit Dexies, and that's been done more in Cardiff.
Look forward to hearing those albums, and very excited to see you're going to be at Festival number 6. And as you've said in the press, it's an important landmark as well for you guys.
Yeah, it's just something about obviously the cover. It's 15 years pretty much since, I think it's 15 years to the day when we were doing it, that This Is My Truth was released, and we obviously did the album cover very close to Port Merion as well, and visited it many times. And just the festival last year, I remember when it was happening and following it. It's just that we actually felt, I wish we were doing that. So when we got the call, even though it's kind of 3 months too early for our 2 years off in the UK, it just felt like we couldn't turn it down.
Well, I'm very pleased that you're going to be up there, and I hope to watch you up there. Nicky Wire, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, always a pleasure.
Cheers.